anything you do, but people have actually been pretty positive, which has been really neat to see.
Hi, David. Can you sing for us just one song that you really like, or that you can dedicate for us? Do you think?
That I can sing.
Just
Sing? What do you mean? Like, what do you want me to sing?
Any song you want.
Any song? I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of still stuffy after traveling. I can't breathe. Anyway.
Sing happy birthday.
I'm not sure. I guess. I don't know. I've never been asked to sing at a PressCon. Well, I think I have, but don't think I can. I don't know.
We'll promise you this. David, after 3 weeks before release, there will be another press conference, and by then he would have recorded Nandito Ako. Probably won't be more confident to sing that.
Yeah.
I need the lyrics.
Okay, we'll wait for that.
Okay.
Now go ahead.
Nandito ako.
Hi, David. Here.
Oh.
Yeah. As someone who is being looked up to by a lot of young people, how do you ensure that you influence them positively?
How to influence positivity.
How do you ensure that you influence young people positively?
I guess, when I first coming into doing music and stuff, I didn't realize how much people would notice, like, the kind of person you were. But it was neat to see that people notice just the person I tried to be. And it just made me realize, just making sure to always keep to that, like what I've always tried to do in my life, keeping to those principles that I grew up with and the values that I always felt were important, and what always keep my priorities how they've always been. And even though they stay the same, the priorities stay the same, or the values and the standards, you keep growing even though you have to keep those same things. Family is very important to me, and just always keeping them close has been a huge blessing to me through my life. So I guess just always trying to stay involved in things that I believe in has been very helpful, and it's helped me stay myself too, instead of trying to be, okay, this is what people want to see, so I'm going to be like this. It's always being able to say yes to things that I believe in and feel like it could be a good thing. So I think that's helped a lot.
All right, thank you. Any other questions? Filipino actors or artists that you admire?
Yeah, even before I had ever come to the Philippines, or even before American Idol or anything, I've always loved listening to Regine Velasquez, and then I've been able to become good friends with Charisse as well, who I just highly respect. I think she's my age, even younger than I am, but she has one of the greatest voices I've ever heard. So it's I love hearing her sing and the way she interprets a song when she performs it.
Okay. Is there a mic ahead?
One question, David. Just wondering, with your hectic, heavy schedules, do you still have time for education? Do you go to college or do you go to high school?
That is, when it comes to college, I've had opportunities to take classes in college, but it's just, like, for me, when it comes to something, I like to be fully involved in it. Like, I'm not the best at multitasking, so when it comes to education, I definitely I want to do well when I do it because I feel like, oh, I'm going to do this and then do education on the side. Education, I don't think is something you just do on the side. That's something that is important to give you a lot of full attention to. It is something that I've tried to think about and see where to continue it when I get back from the mission as well. But just, I think it's very important because education, when it comes to all those things going in your life when you get older and stuff, education is something that you can take with you. You can't take other things. You can't take a car or whatever, things go away, but education always is very valuable as you go on in your life and look at other opportunities, just anything that comes down the road. I haven't fully decided quite yet what I'm going to do yet, just because it will be a couple of years, especially with the mission, before I come back and start going back into other things like even music and stuff. But it is something that I do plan on continuing and furthering my education because I do feel it's very important.
Okay, thank you, sir. We'll be taking our last two questions.
We have a question here from Kiana. She's not from the press. She's a fan of yours.
Stand.
What inspired you to write Elevator?
Elevator? The song Elevator, it actually came from a dream I had. So the first line in the song is, I had a dream last night. And that's literally what happened. I had a dream last night about not being sure which floor to get off of. It was a very abstract dream where like all these just floors, different floors, elevators, and I felt like I was like, well, I don't know which floor I should get off of. And it was kind of like reflective of my life at that time too, I think. It was just like, okay, which floor is the right one to get off of? So it came from a dream I had.
Can I take your hand? Because I kind of froze last time.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, there are quite a few fans present here today, so one more.
We have room for one last question. Any takers?
One more question.
One last question.
One last question.
To wrap this up. David, stand.
Hi David, do you have any plans of doing any concerts again after revision?
Oh, of course, yes. While it's taking a bit of a break in time to do that, I definitely, as soon as once I come back after 2 years, I definitely plan to start recording again. Already album projects that I look forward to doing once I get back. That I actually feel I'll be more prepared for it when I get back, as well as doing more shows and things like that. Because that's music is what I love to do. That's what I plan to do for the rest of my life. So while this break may, at this point right now, 2 years looking ahead looks like a long time, but I think looking back, it will be something that will be valuable in my life to be able to have as part of who I am and say, it's like, okay, this happened, and, American Idol and recording and touring and then the mission, I just, I look forward to being able to have that take with me as I move forward with the rest of what I'll be doing in my life, especially with music. And so I will definitely continue recording and performing because that's just who I am. That's what I love to do. It's my passion.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a very warm round of applause. Mr. David Archuleta, welcome.
welcome to TV5. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Happy New Year! 2012 is going to be a great year. Is that right, Sir Percy? For TV5, for the entire Kapatid family. So we'll see you again, actually, in the following weeks as more exciting programs will be launched. So abangan natin yung teleserye po ni Mr. David Archuleta. Thank you once again. My name is Mia Cruz, and have a great day.